Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a first impression follow-up, and pretty much I'm going to be wrapping up all of the new kind of first impressions, the makeup I've been trying over the course of the month of September. So anything I tried for the first time on this channel, this is going to be my follow-up. So that way, you know, sometimes when I first try a product, I might like it, and then after a couple weeks, I realize I don't. So I thought that doing these follow-up videos, it was kind of important because I hadn't been doing them in the past, and I feel like I was leaving you guys hanging, you know? And like later on in a favorites video, I would maybe touch on something that I no longer like anymore that during my first impression I did like. So I just thought that I would start doing these first impression follow-up videos to kind of let you guys know everything that I was trying last month, where I stand now that I've been using it for a while. So I hope that makes sense. And if you guys are new here, hi, I'm Jamie. I do beauty videos 3 times a week. I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel before you go. And if you guys want to see my follow-up opinions about all of the new makeup that I tried last month, then keep on watching. We're feeling festive fall today. I have this fall makeup look going. I've got some Harvest diffuser oils going. It's like a cinnamony fall scent, and I'm just feeling all the vibes. I am pre-filming right now, just an FYI. I have fall nails going too. Yeah, I'm pre-filming right now, just to let you guys know. I'm going to be moving soon. So excited. Right now, by the time you see this, I'm in the throes of packing and getting ready to get my own place. So stay tuned for content, you know, empty apartment tours and, you know, all that stuff. So I'm excited for that. Anyway, let's jump into all the makeup I tried for September. There's a lot to get through here. I'm going to be quick. These are going to be like bite-size mini reviews. Otherwise, this video is going to be so long. So the first thing I want to talk about is the IT Cosmetics Blowout Lash Mascara. This was in collaboration with Dry Bar. I had done this in a trying new makeup video. I had used it, tried it, whatever. Here is what the wand looks like. If you guys want to reference more detail about these products, definitely check out the trying new makeup videos from the month of September. I will link them in the description box down below so that you guys can go ahead and check those out if you want more information. But I don't want to get too deep into the product, the prices, and the details in this video because, like I said, we'll be here kind of all day. But in that video, I think that I mentioned that I wasn't sure this was worth $25. And I'm going to stick with that opinion. I really, really don't. It wasn't a mind-blowing mascara. It was not, like, in order for me to justify high-end prices on a mascara, like, you have to be amazing. Because the drugstore is just doing it right when it comes to mascaras. And I just thought this was going to be amazing, and I just felt like it was okay. When I first used it, I felt like I had to put, like, 90 coats on for it to really do something, like, great, you know? And then as I used the product, as time went on and it kind of started to dry a little bit, like dry out, I felt like it actually improved its performance. I liked it much better as it started to dry out than when I first got a brand new tube of it. So then I was like, well, maybe this isn't actually that bad. But even then, like, on days that I would use something else, it would remind me that this just isn't worth $25. Lancome, Monsieur Big? Yes. This? No, save your pennies. Next, I've got 2 primers from Beauty Blender that I've been trying so much since I got them. Pretty much the entire month of September, I used these. And this one is the Selfie Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 38 Dry Oil Primer. And then we have the Leveler Pore Minimizing Primer. Really impressed by both of these. I actually did put them on today. This one I really like, the dry oil. It's just a nice added extra hydration to my skin before I put on makeup. Is it making my makeup stay on longer? I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really put it to that level of a test. But in terms of prepping my skin, I really feel like my makeup looks beautiful on top of it. I like that there's an SPF in it, so I don't have to think about that later. I don't have to worry about adding a separate SPF because I don't really like to do that. So, yeah, I like this. And then in terms of this one, I'm definitely a tough customer when it comes to pore filling primers. I've said that before. Like, you claim to fill in pores. Like, I'm a good test subject. And this one, it has like a little bit of a hint of a tint. I don't know. You're not going to pick that up on camera. Let me get like a better squeeze. It has like a little hint of color to it. It's not, there's no coverage or anything, but it does kind of even out the skin tone. It smooths things out. I really feel like it sits right on top of the pores and really gives you a flawless base. I think it does a really good job. Is it Tatcha Silk Canvas? I don't know. I don't know yet. Like, I still feel like I need to put all of my pore minimizing primers that I'm trying right now kind of side by side. I am trying the e.l.f. one. I mentioned that in one of my trying new makeup videos too. So I'll probably do a video kind of comparing the pore minimizing primers that I've been trying and testing to Tatcha Silk Canvas, because wouldn't it be great if we could find a better alternative that was cheaper, or equivalent alternative that was cheaper, so we cannot spend $52 on Tatcha. Next up, we have the Bronze Please Bronzer in Amalfi from L'Oreal and the Blush Please Blushin' in Saint-Tropez blush also from L'Oreal. Okay, so my opinion on these, I still need to try this because I think it was just a little too light for my summer skin. So every time I would use this and then I would see my face in like photos, I looked really pale in comparison to like right now I have the Fenty bronzer and Caramel Cutie on my face now, and I feel like I look more tan. This shade just is a little bit too light. I think it's going to be great for a winter shade, but in terms of the formula, I do really like it. I think it's a good bronzer. This blush, I love it. I have it on right now. I am obsessed. I've been using it a ton. It's so buttery. I love the shade. It's like a peachy shade with like a hint of sheen to it. Like not super sparkly, but not matte. It's got like a little bit of a sheen to it, and it just looks so beautiful on the face. I don't typically like shimmer on my cheeks because of my pores, but I don't feel like this draws too much attention. It doesn't look weird or anything like that. So I really, really do like this a lot, and I love the color. Like, I feel like it's kind of a little bit of a twist on the NARS Orgasm. Like, I think it's very similar. So I think it's really universally flattering as well. Okay, CoverGirl. CoverGirl, CoverGirl, CoverGirl. Let's talk. So CoverGirl sent me a PR package. There was like quite a few products in there that were new. So I tested a bunch of them, and I think I tested them in like all in one video. So here's the rundown. They launched some new concealers, and I have a dark shade for contour and a light shade for concealer. How do I say? I hate this concealer. I know it's a strong position to take, but I hate this concealer. It is so bad. I've seen people say that they love this concealer, and I'd love to have a conversation. I don't know what you would love about this. It's patchy, it's cakey, it does not have any wear time. It does have coverage. It looks okay when you first put it on. The minute you hit powder to it, it's a cakey mess. It's just bad. This, using it as a contour, I actually didn't mind. The days that I put this on that way rather than under my eyes, I thought it was fine. My makeup looked fine. Every time I put this under my eyes, it was a bad makeup day. Every single time. I can't do it. Same thing with this True Blend Minerals Loose Mineral Powder. Every time I used this, it was a bad makeup day. It didn't matter if I used it with the CoverGirl concealer or if I used it with another concealer. It was just an overall bad day. And then one day, I put it on one side of my face, and I put this next one on the other side of my face, and that is the Urban Decay One and Done Ultimate Brush Off Powder. I tried this out as well in, I think, the last trying new makeup video that I did. And I put them side by side on my face, and one side of my face looked like an Instagram filter, and the other side of my face looked like I had giant craters all over my cheeks. Can you guess which one? I hate this powder. Like, it's okay if you're just using it to set your whole face, but if you want blurring, if you want like pore minimizing, if you want like, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. My skin looked terrible when I had that on. This one, however, my skin looked beautiful when I have it on. But I don't like this packaging. And I think that I mentioned that when I first tried it. I don't like this brush. This thing doesn't always stay on. So sometimes it comes off like while it's like being stored, and then you get powder everywhere. And there's no way to close the lid to keep the powder from like coming out. So if this opens, like, you're assed out. Like, this is just going to come flying out. I really wish they put something in to sort of seal it shut, even if the cover was off of it, you know? So I'm sticking to my opinion about the packaging. I think the packaging sucks, but the powder inside is really, really good. This is the shade Universal. I feel like their color indicators are really off. And this powder does have almost like a beige tint. It is not translucent. It's not. It's got a color to it. It says Set and Go Translucent Setting Powder, but I feel like there's a color to this. And then the fair shade is very white. So it'll give a brightening effect. I've put them side by side to see if I can see like a major difference between the two, and I really don't see that much of a difference. Medium is like way off. It's like way too dark. It'd be okay, I think, to set the rest of my face, but definitely not under my eyes. And then they have a deep and dark, and those are like deep and dark. So, but the formula of this powder, I love it. Not really a surprise since I was ride or die for their Velvetizer powder for so long. When I need a little bit more than the Hourglass Veil powder can give me, I turn to this. But I've been using this a ton because I've been testing it, and it just, I really am happy with the way my makeup looks every time I use this. So I really like it. Another CoverGirl product, the Easy Breezy Brow Gel. This is in the shade Medium. I really like this. It has like this little spoolie on it. I really like it. I think it's a good product, but I'm going to tell you, this is glue. Like, you put this in your brows, and I promise you, your brows are not going to move maybe ever again. One time, and it might have been in the video, one time I tried to like brush it through and then go in with pencil. No. Like, this is a finishing product. Once you put this in, that's it. That's a wrap. You can't do anything else to your brows because they're glued to your face. So, in that respect, you just have to, you know the product and know what to do with it. But if you want something that's going to lock your brows in place and not go anywhere, this really does that. And then lastly, in that same package, I did receive their Super Stunner Hyper Glow highlighters. And the two shades that I have here are Gilded Glory and Pearl Crush. And I have been using both of these non-stop since I got them, okay? So, Gilded Glory, I love it so much, but it's definitely like a deep peachy, let me see if I can get this swatch on camera. It's got a little peach, yeah, there we go. Can you guys see that? It's still focusing on my face. There we go. It's got a peach hue to it. When I'm tan, that is fine. When I'm pale, it is too dark for me. But then we have Pearl Crush, and Pearl Crush is like, it's like the perfect champagne like sheen. When I'm tan, it's a little too light for me, but like right now, that's what I have on, and I think it's perfect. And I just love this formula. It's not too metallic. There's no glitter in it. It just gives that sheen to the skin. And that's the kind of highlights that I'm looking for especially now, being 43 years old. Like, I'm not trying to have anything metallic and super glittery right here to draw any attention to, like, any lines that might, you know, creep up. You know, it happens. But I definitely don't want to draw attention to any fine lines or any imperfections on my face. So I don't like a metallic, like a super metallic highlight. I'd prefer something like this that is, it's very powerful, but it's more of a sheen rather than like a glittery metallic foil. Does that make sense? I mean, it's glowy. It's glowy. Don't get me wrong. It's potent. But it's not... The ones that are more glittery and metallic will definitely highlight your texture. And we don't want that. Okay, next up is the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. The Pro Filter Longwear, whatever the name is. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to pop it on the screen right here because I got rid of it. So we know where this is going, yeah? I returned it. I got it from Sephora and I returned it. And that is how I feel. I want to say that I did a video on the matte version when it first came out. I loved that. I still love that. It's one of my favorite foundations. I haven't used it in a while because there's just so much new stuff that's come out, you know, but I still love it. And I have like normal to dry skin. So, you know, I know a lot of people with super dry skin don't like that one, but I have normal to dry skin. So I thought this one was going to be amazing. I thought that the hydrating one was going to knock my socks off. And oh girl, no. It had no staying power. It broke up on my skin. Every time I wore it, it was a bad makeup day. I just didn't like the way my skin looked when I had it on. Like, it wasn't a good situation. Ever. Like, and I used it. It took me a while to return it because I just kept trying to make it work. I tried it with all different products. I tried it in all different scenarios. I wanted it to work. I did. But it didn't. It's a hard pass for me. All right, next up we have the BH Take Me to Ibiza palette. I want to be fair and just tell you guys, I haven't used it as much as I've wanted to. But I love it. I think it's a great palette. I love this color selection. It really reminds me of one of the other palettes we're going to talk about. They're very similar, so if you have this one, you probably don't need the other one. However, I do love it. Is it my favorite BH palette of all time? No, I definitely have others that I like a little more, only because one of the other palettes that I'm going to talk about is like, I'm peeing my pants over it right now. I'm drooling over it. I love it so much. So this one kind of got outshone by that one. If I take the other one out of the equation, I probably would be using the crap out of this right now. But sadly, there was another palette that came out that was just better, and it kind of made me toss this one to the side and not give it as much love and attention in trying it as I really should have. I mean, I've used it a few times. It's a great palette. You know how I feel about BH. I love BH. They're like one of my faves of all time. So I do love this. I love the color selection. I love the formula. I love the theme. It's a great palette. I like it. But the other palette that I was referring to is this baby. My precious. I cannot express to you how much I love this palette. I did a review video or a first impression video on this palette. And how do I explain? This palette was love at first sight. When I saw it online, I was like, yes, you will be mine. So this is the So Jaded palette by ColourPop in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. And when I first laid eyes on it, I was like, I need it. I need to have it. And I don't have any ColourPop palettes at all. I had a lot of Super Shock shadows. I still have a Super Shock highlight. But I hadn't gotten any of the palettes because I felt like they were cranking them out so quickly that by the time I ordered one or thought about ordering one to review, they were already launching the next one, and then we were on to the next, you know? And I couldn't catch up. I could never stay ahead, and I'm not on their PR list. So when this came out, I saw it, and immediately I was like, that's the one. Like, I need it. I need it for me. I don't even need it for you, to review for you. I needed this for myself. Because a lot of times I get stuff because I want to review it for you. But this was all about me, okay? I love it so much. The end of the summer, I was having serious makeup burnout. I wasn't inspired. I was bored. There was nothing coming out that was like exciting me. I was kind of just having burnout, makeup burnout, you know? And then this got released, and it definitely helped. It was like taking a little medicine, makeup medicine, because I got this, and I've seriously done 7, 8, 9 looks. It is what's on my face today. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. And I just feel so inspired to create something every time I look at this. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's all the different finishes, if it's the colors just being all over the place and just making me want to just pull it all together and create something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's everything in combination, the colors, the different finishes, this packaging. I don't know. I love it. I love everything about it. And that is why my sweet little Ibiza palette kind of got kicked to the curb. But I'll show you these two side by side so that you can kind of see. Like, they're very similar. Like, they're very similar. Obviously, the BH palette doesn't have a bunch of glitter, you know, the two glitter finishes. It doesn't have a Super Shock shadow in it. And there's obviously a lot of shades that aren't there, but there's a lot of similar shades in there. They've got the teals, the purples, the greens, that chartreuse. I mean, you know, they've got the reds or the oranges, the cranberry. Got a cranberry in there? Yeah, they got a cranberry in there. They have a lot of similarities to them. So if you have the Ibiza palette, do you need the ColourPop one? No, you really don't. But if I'm choosing between the two, this ColourPop one all day, every day. It's everything. The last palette that I had tried out in the month of September is from Urban Decay, and it is the Naked Honey palette. I did, again, a video on this guy. I did 2 looks in that video. And I really still love this palette. It was love at first sight when I tried it, and I've used it maybe a handful of times. Like, I've done actually a few looks with the bronzy, more coppery shades, and I've done a couple of looks with the golden shades. I really like this. I get a lot of palettes. So in a 1 month's time, it's very difficult for me to give a time and attention to any one palette for any length of time, because usually there's another one that's showing up that I have to test and try. So I think it's fair to say, I mean, I gave this more time and attention than I've given any one palette in a very, very long time. So, like, it's very abnormal for me to be able to create as many looks as I have with this one, because I am testing and trying so much stuff. So this one got a ton of use. This one got a good amount of use, considering. I've probably used it 5 or 6 times. And I really like it a lot. I think this is one of my top favorite Urban Decay palettes. And I will be ranking all of my Naked palettes. So if that video isn't up, look out for it, because it's coming soon. But this is a good palette. It's really good. Okay, LOreal. I tested out the LOreal Pro Magnetic Eyeliner and Lash System. Did a dedicated video to this. Here's the thing. How do I explain? I figured out kind of how to make this work for me, but I also figured out that if I want to use these, like, I can't be in a rush. Like, I've got to apply many, many coats of this liner. The instructions say 3 coats, but like every time I've used it, I've needed 4 or 5 coats. I love the eyeliner color. It's black, it's matte, it's bold, it's good. Like, the liner by itself, every time I wear it, I'm like, damn, my liner looks good. Like, my wings look like on point. But It takes a little finesse to get the magnet to stick to the liner, and I don't feel like it's so secure that you could go sweating or doing heavy activity and think these are going to stay on. Like, I don't think that that's the case at all, because I don't feel like the connection is really strong. Not like glue. I put these ones on with glue today, and they went on in 5 seconds. These I try to put on, and I'm like sitting there for a while. Like, it takes me like 20 minutes between layers, you know? Like, I'll put a layer of liner, go do my brows. Put a layer of liner, go do something else, you know? And I do it until I get to like 5 layers, and then I have to find the point in the liner that the magnet sticks the most to. This is a pain in the ass. That's it in a nutshell. Am I gonna go to this for convenience? No. And I think the point of the magnetic idea is for convenience. To be quicker, easier, faster. I don't like picking glue out of my lashes. I had high hopes for this, but it just didn't, it's just not user-friendly. All right, a couple more products. I tried out this 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a bumpy ride with this one. It's like sometimes it works well with some products and sometimes it doesn't. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I've had good days with this and I've had bad days with this. So it's just too finicky of a product for me personally. Like, I don't want to play Russian roulette with my makeup. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, let me put on the Pure and see what kind of makeup day we're going to have today. Like, I want to go to a foundation that I know how it's going to perform and choose that and know what my day is going to be. You know what I mean? And with this, I just never know. Like, there's certain products that I've figured out, like, okay, this product works well with it, but, like, it's way too much work, you know? It goes on beautifully, but is it going to last and not look cakey and break up on my skin later? Who knows? You know? I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. If you're just putting on for a few hours, fine. But if you want something to last, if you find that combination, then it's great. But if you don't have the right combination of products, you're going to have a tough time. All right. So, 2 more things. The Kevyn Quan Glass Globe Face. This is awesome. This is like this mother of pearl, iridescent, highlight liquid situation. When you put this on your face, your skin looks like glass. It looks like dew, like wet, but not in a highlight sort of way. It doesn't have this color. When you start to blend it out on the skin, any shimmer or color just fades away, and it just looks like your skin is sweaty, but in a good way, you know? Like, there's literally no color to it. It's just wet looking, healthy, fresh skin. So for me, for example, I don't like a super dewy foundation because super dewy foundations really don't help my pore minimizing situation. So if I have a more natural finish to a foundation and put everything on that I need to minimize my pores and then add this to the high points of my face, it almost gives me the effect of having a dewy foundation. So I'm loving this, and you can put it on top of powder and it won't disturb the powder, which is my favorite thing about this, because I tend to shy away from cream products most of the time because I'm just not somebody who can skip powder, especially in the center of my face. Like, that's what's going to help blur my pores. So I need the powder. And oftentimes, by the time I've put on my powder, I'm like, shit, I forgot to put on cream highlight. And if I did put on cream highlight, a lot of times the powder kind of dulls it down. And then I got to put a powder highlight. And you know what I mean? So then it's like, why am I doing the extra step? It's a waste of my time. This, though, I don't even need a powder on top of it, like a powder highlight. Like, I put this on. I already have a highlight on, so it's not going to really show you the effect if I do it now. But I did it in that video, and I loved it so much. And I still love it, and I've been using it and loving it, and it's really good. And I'm kind of glad that I can speak highly of a Kevyn Quan product after the foundation balm review I did. That was not good. All right, and so last but certainly not least, is the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. Oh, I love it. I love this concealer. Surprise! I did not think I was going to love this as much as I do. It is awesome. It is better than the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The Too Faced concealer. This is better. The Born This Way concealer. Thank you so much, my brain. This is better. It's better. It is cakeless. It is creaseless. It is good. It has full coverage. It makes my under eyes look flawless. Very impressed. Because listen, if you're going to say that you're cakeless and creaseless, you know I'm coming for you if you're cakey or creasy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm coming for you. Because why are you marketing this product as something when it's clearly not that way? And everybody's going to get a little bit of creasing. But this, it's a great product. It's like $24 or something. I'm living. And I've tried it with lots of foundations, lots of powders. I haven't had a single issue with this and any other combination. It's not on my face right now. Right now I have the Dose of Colors foundation and concealer both on my face right now. Review video is probably up on my channel by now. So this will be in the follow-up for the end of October. So if you are interested in that follow-up, then look out for that. All right, so that is it for my follow-up on all my first impressions from the month of September. I want to know what you guys thought. Did you guys try any of these products that I tried? Did you have similar opinions? Did you like them? Did you not like them? Are you curious about them? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Coming up after I am moved, I just want to let you guys know that things are going to be a lot more consistent around here. I've got organization systems in place. I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm going to be able to really put out constant, consistent content for you without any interference. So I'm excited about that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GlamLatte. And don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, and iHeartRadio. All those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you.